Good morning. Try not to speak too loud. It is a stream that I don't usually do at this time, obviously. Most people are sleeping. It's actually not too bad now, 5:16 a.m. And a lot of you know that there is a problem with the hurricane Idalia that is, and Franklin, by the way, forming, went by Cayman Islands and now approaching the coast of Florida. So, for those of you that are interested, we will be able to get a quick update with some live radar. If you're as interested as me in finding out exactly what's going to go on. Why am I talking about it? Well, because I'm up tonight. But first of all, actually, good morning, everyone. It is morning, even though I'm up before the sun. If you're listening to what's going on with Idalia, well, there's other things that take into factor. First of all, there is an alignment at the same time. There is a full moon, a supermoon. You have Earth, the sun, and the moon that are going to be aligned in the evening of August 30th, which is today, 2023. There is in the Big Bend. Listen, it's never happened before. I think 1859 is when it did happen. And you'll see, we'll take a quick look. Not going to be a weatherman here. Going to take a quick look at what is going on. And I said, why not come on to see if anyone's going to be on? Obviously, there will not be a lot of people here in the middle of the night, or should I'm going to stop saying in the middle of the night. We are at 5 a.m. now. Morning, everyone. And you'll see. This should be a historical hurricane, obviously. Oh, Eric. Hi, bro. Merci, Eric. Thank you very much for coming in. A&R Farms is here. What's up, Bruce? I'm right on the coast of, SC in South Carolina. Bruce, wake up this morning. And North Carolina. You guys are definitely going to feel that. And then all worried. Franklin, yes, coming in right along with the other one. Yeah, and we're going to go look at that. Most recent radar of that. No one's talking much about Franklin right now, but yes, exactly. It could be a lot bigger. This is like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm no professional. It's right before the hurricane season. And now, with the weather manipulation that's going on in the South Pole, they have, the neutrino. It's a weapon, right? And it causes earthquakes, it causes hurricanes, it can do a whole lot of things. And actually, apparently more advanced in the South Pole base, is the name of it, Antarctica, even more advanced apparently than people can even wrap their minds around. So we're only getting a little bit of information. Those that didn't know, that was leaked out, that there's a weather manipulation machine. We know direct energy weapons, lasers being pointed. Listen, I have an infrared camera. I've seen lasers going by in the sky and beams of other frequencies. Anyone, no matter what the quality of your infrared equipment, is going to pick up these things. We're hearing loud booms now. There's a whole bunch of stuff that, hey, they're holding back the UFO stories. That's getting me mad, but we all know it's because, the big stuff is coming. A lot of changes coming for the U.S. too. I'm telling you, right on the coast of southern South Carolina and North Carolina, 5 a.m. guys. I told you I was typing too fast. Well, hey, don't feel bad. 5 a.m. here, and good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for coming in. Morning, Ruben. Thanks, guys. We have some nice footage. Got a couple, like 7-8 pages opened up. We'll just check the weather maps. Not anything really extraordinary, but in reality, what we're going to look at is extraordinary. Supermoon, guys. Once in a blue moon, the expression, well, the blue moon of August. Why do they call it the blue moon? Because there are two moons, two supermoons, as a matter of fact. And like I just said, it's going to line Earth, the moon, and the sun together. Some of you that follow me, I film the sun. There's not been since July 29th any activity on the sun. And hang on, there's always activity 24/7. And there's coronal mass ejections opposing Earth. But I'm talking about facing Earth. We've not seen one yet. But now with the supermoon, we're talking about massive storm surge. Meteorologists use barometers to measure the weather, atmospheric pressure, the low barometer pressure around Earth. Earth has a lot of wind around it, and wind does have a weight, even though people don't think it does have a weight, as the gravity pulls down that wind because it does have weight. What happens is the lower the barometric pressure, the higher the chance of the winds being strong, and the storm surge will be higher. There's already water rising in Florida right now off the coast, and I'm learning so much about, I'm from Canada. I'm in a French province in Quebec, so I'm learning about what's going on in the States with, New World Order and everything. I've been studying the States for years, learning about the areas. It's not always easy talking about a storm when you don't know the area, So if I make a mistake, So yes, the Big Bend since 1859, there's not, and some are saying never even. It could be even longer than that. There's never been that type of weather reaching that end, the bend. So that's Gainesville, Panama City off to the left. It's going to go inwards by Tampa, and it's going to go inwards. And so, like you said, North Carolina, South Carolina, it's just off the other side of the coast. So you got two hurricanes. If you look on the map, it's scary because you can see off the coast of North Carolina, Franklin there. And I think I do have a map of the route that Franklin could possibly be taking, but it's going to be pretty dangerous, actually. Vincenzo, thank you very much. Hello. Hey, Ruth. Thank you very much, Ruth Kelly, for being here. Morning from Dublin, Ireland. Thank you very much, Ruth. Appreciate that. Myro 2023, Europe, Croatia. Right on, my friends from Croatia. Thank you very much for being here. We'll look at also some European weather maps also of the prediction of, so all around the world, these artificial intelligence programs obviously are predicting the path it's going to take based on other paths it's taken. So yeah, not an area of Florida. Isn't it odd that Florida is trying to ban the right and have more freedom, and then coincidence or not, 2 days after, literally 2 days after this hurricane, so it started off as a tropical storm, as they always do, and now already, if not already a category 4, it's a category 3. I think the last I saw the speeds were 120, 125 miles an hour. So 130 miles an hour, you're going to fall into category 4, as they predicted, as it's going to hit the land. And it's going to be historical, guys. I'm telling you, with the moon, okay, with the moon, notice when it's raining and there's a big storm on the way, if you know that there's going to be a full moon or even a half moon that night or that day, you're going to see a lot more rain and precipitation. Rain comes from the moon. That's what I believe. That's just my stupid head. But of course, they say that the moon's in charge of the tides, right? Leveling off the tides, a high tide surge. Listen, they're talking something like, they were saying 12 feet. It went up to 16 feet now. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would go as far as saying 20 feet surge. It's already going up. There's already flooding in parts of Florida. At the bottom of the coast, you can remember the last one. Wow. Fort Myers, they were showing the cameras there during a hurricane and or tropical storm. I think it was a hurricane. And the waters went up so high. They went up to the levels of where the cameras were on the post. So that was pretty scary. Aussie Sue in the house. Oh, this is pretty cool, actually, because we really are literally a handful of people watching. And by the way, people that come to the streams that watch and sit down, there's no obligation to write in the feed. I see some people get offended when people come in and watch the streams and don't say hello. Guy could be sitting down eating breakfast, could be getting ready before going to work and whatever. So I just appreciate you all stopping by, and especially at this time, if you're as tired or as sleepy as me, it's 5:30 in the morning. I usually wake up pretty fast. So real quickly, while people are arriving, so the August full moon is set to make its appearance on Wednesday night, which is tonight, August 30th, 2023. It's going to be situated directly opposite the sun's position in Earth-based longitude, manifesting Eastern Daylight Time. This is based on Eastern Daylight Time. So at 21:36. So that means that they're going to be aligned. The sun's going to be aligned. Earth's going to be aligned. The moon's going to be aligned, and that is going to cause some problems with the amount of water that's going to be dumped on Florida and the surge, how high it's going to stay. Way back in Galveston, Texas, a long time ago, there was an incredibly strong hurricane, and often because of the moon, there was 10,000 to 12,000 people that died on that day. And what's coming now is unexpected. People were talking in Florida; they do feel a bit on edge because of what's going on. So there are two full moons in August. When the moon is full and it's at its closest point to Earth, that is called a supermoon. Again, now the moon being full, it's a supermoon, so it's closer to Earth than usual. So 200 somewhat odd thousand miles. So what does that mean? Well, I'm telling you, you watch the waters, how it's going to rise. Remember when it dumped water on Florida the last time on Fort Myers, it stayed there and it was going at 2 or 3 miles an hour, and it was picking up water for hours and just dumping it. That's scary stuff. Always keeping in mind without confirming it. I'll never do that, but the weather manipulation devices more and more now, people should be thinking of that and things that are happening. In Maui, there's a lot of areas where fires were set and other areas where fires did not start. They're showing melted cars in one area, and right beside it, the vegetation didn't melt. So we're talking about to melt aluminum. Think of it like 5,000 degrees. Like, you're going to need some heat to melt aluminum and to do certain things. That church in Maui that stayed there, that people said it's an absolute miracle, more like direct energy, maybe. I mean, that's scary stuff. Just thinking that could even be, possible. It is very, very scary. Thanks a lot, Elias. Thank you very much. Good morning. Hey, what time at Colorado? 3:30 a.m. Geez, 2 hours difference. It's funny, we're not all that far, and you think that the time changes, it screws everything up. Again, it's Myra. Sorry about that. My little eyes this morning. Myro. It is Myro. Bruce, what's going on? See Sue again. Thanks, Rose Cullum. So nice to see you. Good morning, world. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Supermoon. Moon's close to Earth, bigger than usual. It's going to cause crazy weather. It's raining here. It was raining very hard just before I started it. And an intense fog right now, as we're going to see the radar too just in a bit as people are coming in. Brian, how's it going? Good morning. Hey, right on. Orlando, Florida. You guys must be already experiencing rain and stuff. This is really scary. The eye of the storm on the inside is like 50 miles wide, which is a bit smaller than usual, but doesn't mean it's not more dangerous. Au contraire. Now it's turning a lot faster. So it's going to be picking up a lot more water, dumping a lot more water. And with the moon, with the alignments of the three celestial spheres, very scary what can happen, So imagine, again, the sun has not reacted since July 29th. The coronal mass ejection is facing Earth. I know for a fact, listen, and it's not, I'm no prophet here. It's the sun that's telling me exactly what's going to go on. When you watch the sun, you can really see quickly what the heck's going to happen. And again, every time Florida gets bad weather, we get the tail end here, and fast enough. Like if I'm getting water dumped on me right now and it's really foggy this morning, you could imagine the amount of water and the storm surge, the height of it, the tides in Florida, which are already high, by the way. Before it even started raining, it was in the yards. The water started going into the yards. Where, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Deer Lake, or I'm being careful from where I'm saying, So what's going to be hit the worst part of Florida? They're saying the Big Bend. So that's, Gainesville, Panama City, I think. I don't know them all. This is supposed to push its way into the corner of Georgia, right? So I know a few on Georgia wouldn't mind dumping some water on, but won't mention their names. Good luck, everyone. Diane Hicks is here praying, absolutely. Praying for everyone, yes, because, excuse me, it's a dangerous situation. They called evacuations. They closed hospitals. It's at your own risk if you're staying there. I would not suggest anyone in Florida to stay there. And listen, I'm not going to push any people out. Some people don't have a choice, I guess, whatever. But the ones that were asked to evacuate, or anyways, people in Florida would know more than me. If you're close to the water, or if you're further from the water, you guys are used to seeing the water rise. I've seen over the years Florida get devastated by these hurricanes, and all of the U.S. It is scary stuff. 3 tornadoes in Ottawa here in Canada the first time since ever I've been alive that I've seen that many and close to me, because I've only experienced a mini tornado. And when I say mini, it took 3 dwellings out, 3 houses out. I think it even killed somebody, but roofs went up and everything. A mini tornado, and that's when I was really, really young. Okay, and like the small school. Then when I moved here, I'd say about 9-10 years ago, I experienced a tornado where I saw a whole roof of a garage take off. I saw big trees in the cemetery fall down and stop there. But that's it in my entire life. And here I'm hearing in the news continually. Remember, I mean, you see it on the weather maps at one point, Katrina and everything, you name them all, Charlie, you see them one beside the other. You just lost your house with this red circle here, and there's 5 other ones behind it. You're like, what the hell's going to go on? That's scary stuff. The landslides that we're seeing and everything that people are experiencing. 7:30 p.m. Wednesday evening here. Thank you, Aussie Sue. And the other end of the world, you're already in the evening. Does that mean you're already looking at the full moon? Debbie is over it. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much. Debbie is over it. I hope to see some new people here would be awesome and cool. Very troll channel. UFOs here in the channel. That ain't going to stop. That's for sure. It was down 3 weeks. Always sets me back. Really upset about that. But hey, we're back in full bloom. Karen, how's it going? I know. Yeah, that is true, though. Do not sleep very, very much. Lags, Labandon, thank you very much for being here. Hey, y'all. Remember at Tampa Bay, all the water being sucked out? Of it last year. Yes, I do. Like, I don't know. It's manipulation, I think. It could, in theory, partly be manipulation without automatically trying to make an interesting stream saying, hey, they're trying to, KILL us when we know they are. Well, isn't it maddening, though? The ones that are really awake know that the Depop, they know that everything's going on, trying to bring levels down, right? The graph numbers down. And at the same time, the ones doing that to us are forcing us to be careful, to wear masks, to do this, to do that, to get this and to get that, and be safe, and save your families. And on the other side, they're doing it's like what the hell? It's a game, a system. That's what they're doing. So people from Florida, yeah, you guys probably were getting rain a while back, a couple hours ago for sure. There, I think 3 a.m. this morning was supposed to hit land or close, and now into Gainesville, and it's going to be pretty historical without a fact. If not, it would defy science, because when there's an alignment like that, everything is devastatingly reacting. I saw debris the day after Russia supposedly crashed their toy on the moon, or near, or it's still floating in the atmosphere, but they crashed apparently. The next day I saw some incredible large debris, or asteroid or meteor. You never know, they all look the same. A big green ball that comes in with a long yellow tail, and it was really low in the sky, coming from south west, headed north, just in the sky, coming downwards like crazy, streaking across the sky. Lots of activity in the sky, but often we get this horrible weather. 5:28 a.m. here in the zone. Thank you. Hey, Craig, 1971. Morning to you, man. Thanks for being here. Really is, Ruth, DW is real. We're looking at a long grabbing, a land grab, exactly, well said, in Maui. Yeah, and lots of people own land there too. Basically, the USA elites have bought Hawaii, right? They're buying it, and they want to make a artificially intelligently run. I'm going to add a word into there. They haven't mentioned this word, but basically an automated island run by itself. So yeah, land grab. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey has a territory there, and I say territories because it's pretty big pieces of land that these people have bought on the various islands in beautiful Hawaii. Never get a chance to get down there. I wish I could have. Hey, True Cyborg, thanks. What's up? Thanks a lot for being here. Let's go. Yeah, we'll look at some cool stuff. Michelle Seymour, hey, you remember me? It is raining in her end. It's raining here too. Michelle, thanks. Crypto Slow Joe, good to see you all here. Thank you very much, guys. Florida, 80 plus. Yeah, it's gonna be, they're gonna be dumping down. Yeah, crazy warm. That's the dangerous part. Also, it's that the water, hot water, not good. It's a recipe for disaster, Not to scare people in Florida. They're not scared. They know very well, or they're scared because they know the implications, the possibilities of what could happen. The goal here is sort of to scare some people if they're going to try to stay there, and you got to be sure you have higher ground. That's for sure. It's scary stuff. When the water comes over the land, it's sort of like you don't I don't know. You don't feel safe anymore, right? Like you're not on land anymore when the water starts going over land. People get carried away and can drown. And I hope not. The bench is going to start going down. I'll never forget when hurricanes Florence, came in on us in Southern California. Bruce, South Carolina, and turned south. That's pretty much impossible and something I've never seen before. They definitely can steer storms. Yeah, and that's the scary part because back in the 1940s is when they started it all, right? They supposedly were going to be needing more water for New York, and there's only apparently a couple of countries that signed into that: Spain, Canada, U.S., maybe France. I'm not sure, that have chemtrails over them. Because if you go, you look at countries like Africa, they don't have any. My chair is descending right now. You see me dropping? Little funny, eh? Well, that happens when I stream. Always something bad happening when I'm streaming and trying to make something good stream. Jacob from the Czech Republic, thank you very much. I have my little bench problem here. We're going to try to fix that. As my crew attempts to fix my bench. Yeah, there's a problem. I have no crew. Saw moon in weird oval shape Monday night. Yeah, well, have you noticed it's been staying in the south? Hey, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna. Okay. Let me go fix something for a moment. And we're back. So professionally done. Try to fix my darn bench. I was distracted. Yeah, that hot water. True Cyborg says, saw moon in weird oval shape Monday night. So yeah, I didn't see it in a necessarily weird oval shape the same night as you, but the night before I did. It's funny you notice that. It's very important noticing the characteristics of what's going on, and just what you said there. I totally get what you're saying. Whether it be because it was so low on the horizon, or maybe you saw it higher up on the horizon, it's just staying in the same bloody area. Do you notice that it's rising in the south? Like really in the south, and then it goes up to about the tree like the tree height, and then goes back down and moves over to the right. It's just like what it looks like in Alaska. I've not been, but I know that that's what the sunrise and the moon looks like. It goes up straight up, doesn't go up very high, and then it goes over to the right and veers downwards and starts going downwards right away. They're talking about the shift of the sun, southern poles shifting over, which it's already begun, by the way, if not even ended. Earth shift, and a change in the axis. Every time we're going by the sun, depending on what axis the Earth is angled at, there's always a drastic change in weather and atmospheric pressure around Earth. So you're going to see differences in storms. And here, Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun. I don't think it's a very good ideal. I don't think you should be doing that. Morning to you, France. On est de bonne heure sur le piton. Oui, France. Et toi aussi. Vous autres aussi, vous êtes super de bonne heure. Merci, France. Bonne journée à toi. Jacob M., thanks again from the Czech Republic, my friend. Bruce, what you think of the India lunar landing? Listen, if they really landed there, first of all, congratulations to the country of India for having landed on the moon. But anyone and everyone's landing on the moon are keeping a certain secret because they definitely could possibly know that there is a civilization of beings up there, whether alien or human or both, or drones or droids or whatever, clones, robots. I have no idea, but there are people up there, that's for sure. I think what's scaring me is it's a space race, right? Like the Cold War and like the war when Sputnik 1, Russia took images, and then NASA pretended they landed on the moon with Apollo 11, possibly done in studios and in the Nevada desert, as we saw an American Moon video that was held back from social media. The link was hard to share. Possibly Stanley Kubrick having made a film partly in studio and partly in the Nevada desert. So I'm telling you, I think that India, if they're there, are they with China? Look at Russia and China, who are going to partner up together to claim water, liquid water, by the way, because they're leaving the poles and they're going to the sunlit side of Earth. There are pits on the moon. The water's going down into those pits, and it's like 17 degrees down there, so the water is staying there. It's obviously not evaporating. Who knows? Just don't want to get off track here. We got to speak about the hurricanes. We're going to go see the weather and the maps real soon. Danny, how's it going? St. Perry for landfall now. Right on. And it's ever changing, forever changing, right? Like maybe not drastically, but it's going to take a turn at one point. Doesn't mean it's going to follow exactly the predicted maps that they said. So the eye is hitting land now. There's a cone. We're going to see that right now. A beam shooting out of the Gulf right into eye of the storm. It's going to be dreadful. Honestly, it's going to be pretty bad. I think I'm really worried about my Floridian friends, Kimberly F. and all of Florida, the surrounding, like Daytona and the other side of the coast. So you see that's obviously they're all going to be dumped rain, and there's going to be damage, and it's going to be pretty bad. I'm taking a guess here. I imagine Fort Myers again will be dumped on also. Howdy, Kimberly F. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Average is here, wishing everyone be safe down there. Absolutely, thank you. Prayer requests, please, from my daughter who is on holidays in Crete and was taken to hospital last Wednesday with pancreatitis. I'm sure she'll be okay, Ruth. I'm sending you love and energy, healing energy for your daughter. Be positive. They will be keeping her there for a few weeks. Thank you, Bruce. Her name is, I want to pronounce this properly. I don't want to screw anything up. Is it Oifi or Wafi? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Ruth. Listen, sending energy your way, you guys, for sure. Always something happening, eh? We have a big community here, and when people come by, there's always something happening on someone's end, when you think of it. And now with all the changes out there, Upper Winfrey's buying underwear for all of the down and outs. Going to be praying for her, Ruth. Absolutely. Thanks, you guys. Loving messages. Upper Oprah, whatever. Yes, exactly. So sorry to hear that, Ruth. Thanks, guys, for the loving messages. Noriego 2001. What's up, Bruce? From North Carolina. You guys must be up early this morning. That was pretty dangerous as everything's coming in when it's dark. Probably still is dark there for you guys. And obviously, I think if I heard right, around 3 o'clock in the morning for you guys, approaching 4 o'clock. It's almost 6 here. It's 5:46 a.m. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in and see exactly what's going on. EF. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Ruth. IFA or EFA. Love the name. Beautiful. Thank you. Hello, boys. Hey, Banner News. Love the name. Yeah, and that's the moon's largely responsible for all the tides on Earth, and the full moon can effectively amplify the storm surge and waves that accompany a hurricane. And now, if a hurricane, then depending on the waters and the barometric pressure, telling you it's not looking too good. The winds in a larger storm are pushing as larger area of the ocean, so it's turning a lot faster too because the eye was like tighter, which doesn't mean it's going to be less bad. Au contraire, it's going to be worse. Strong winds in a large storm will tend to affect an area longer than a smaller storm too. So that means that surge it can last a long time, and the hurricane, I mean, can last a long time and hover over top of that area for sure. So August 30th, 2023, the August full moon is set to make its appearance Wednesday night of August 30th, 2023. That's for sure. So let's check something here. I guess I'll just share the screen. May as well. Didn't want to do a long stream, but I wanted to present the view of what's going on this morning, and that it's going to change. I'm looking for some live cams set up in Florida and stuff. I went to see some of them that were actually offline. Obviously, if there's wind or that would make a lot of sense. So I'm just going to share the screen here with you all. Quite simply. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here. My already messy desktop. It's not too long. So yeah, let's check a few things. Obviously, I never go to other people's websites because there's always problems, and they're probably going to take it down, or I get some strikes or whatever. But nonetheless, basic. Okay, right here, right, Idalia. This is we'll go see closer up. Right, this is the Big Bend. Here's Florida here, Fort Myers in the bottom here, Grand Cayman, the other islands here. It just hit Cuba. Dominican Republic. It flooded many parts of Dominican Republic. They showed that. You can see that on the news also. So what we have here is Franklin and Idalia. So let me get these. There we go. Some lights here. Hurricane Franklin, right? So we're going to look at just real quickly at some details. So this is as of 2 a.m. AST time. So Wednesday, August 30th. The advisory maximum sustained winds. It's early, 100 knots. So at that time, it was 115 miles per hour. And I think this is updated. Minimum central pressure, 953 millibars. So like I said, meteorologists look at barometers, and the lower the barometric pressure, the stronger the storm, the stronger the winds are going to be. And again, take into consideration the alignment of the three celestial objects, the sun, the moon, and earth. Get it? It's going to be crazy. So if the sun, and it will, mark my words, it hasn't been since, it's been not since July 29th, 2023, that there's been activity facing Earth. Guaranteed, my guess is that in the next 24 hours, maybe, or next 2 or 3 days, maximum 2 to 3 days, we're going to see another solar storm. The winds will get stronger on the sun because it's like a domino effect. Everything's reacting. So it's located, there's a location. So movement northeast at 10 knots at 12 miles per hour. I heard Idalia was 17. I don't know if it's still at that. Maximum sustained winds, 105 knots, 120 miles an hour. So that means they're 10 kilometers away, and now it's 125, by the way, 125 miles an hour, the winds of Hurricane Idalia. So that means we're 5 kilometers away from being a category 4. So that means it could possibly already be a category 4. So when you think of that, that is, scary stuff. So we won't, these are interesting maps, and we're going to go see those maps closer up on the other what's the tropical storm force, wind speed, probabilities. So basically, look at that. It's supposed to bend around here. So this is where Franklin is, right? Near close to Bermuda. Actually, sorry, it could possibly be down there. North Carolina are there, right? South Carolina, North Carolina. So even that, these guys, South Carolina, North Carolina, and obviously these, I mean, if I'm getting wind here in Quebec, you can only imagine that most of the states is going to get like some pretty bad weather, obviously. And we're going to go check better maps than that. We'll look at the live maps too. I just wanted to take a quick look at that. Actually, this one here probably won't use that one. I will X this. New computer, guys. Having problems here. Okay, seriously. Come on, Bruce. You can do this. I don't want to X everything. And I did. All right, let's go back to this one. This is what we'll take a quick look at. Cyclocane is where I am, .com, if you guys want to see yourself. So basically, the map stopped. This is what I wanted to see here. As for the time, 2 a.m. this morning, I was awake watching this. But again, this could be 2 a.m. time for them there. The big bend coming around the bend, the corner of Georgia here, and again, South Carolina. So they are going to get some wind, that's for sure. Definitely. So 2 a.m. So right now, the eye is over Florida. They're saying, some of you. So already, a little concerning. Yeah, you see, I had prepared all these pages properly, and I guess they just, so the live now to get an idea. So as a matter of fact, I would say it's probably even more in than that. It's probably around this area. So there's no two ways about it. They're going to expect some crazy, crazy weather as it goes into Gainesville and Panama City here. Daytona along here probably got a lot of wind. Fort Myers down here got a lot of wind. Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay News was showing some live feeds too of what was going on. But there we go. Basically erased all the other pages that I wanted to show everyone. This one here is, if we back it up, this is channel 10 Tampa Bay. Obviously, we don't want any volume. I just want to show you guys yesterday, right? Tuesday, here they were predicting when and where it was going to go. So look at all the area, right? The arrival time. So here, the 97% Gainesville. So basically, Tallahassee was the one that was supposed to get worse hit, but I guess it's going more south. It's moving over a little bit. Georgetown, you got Pinar del Rio, so Miami too. So I guess all those areas must be experiencing a lot of wind. The Cayman Islands, I have some family there, experienced. Obviously, I was surprised. Looked like it went pretty close. Cuba got water. Cuba got a lot of water, actually. That's for sure. I could have put that full screen here so we can see it a little better, maybe. The Bahamas and everything. So here's the interesting part of the map here. But this was Tuesday. If you're looking up on top at the times, Tuesday will advance further to see where it is now. But that's as it was approaching the coast, obviously. Look how friggin' wide that is. You can see Franklin up there on the top right, over the right of the Bahamas. And the projection, of course, Tuesday was 105 miles an hour, now 125. See, they say Wednesday right here, they predicted it 125, and that's the speed that it is actually. It looks like a big whopping. The red area are the areas of the tornado warnings, and the other blue areas, TS warning. So you can get the storm surge. Look at the height of the storm surge, which is now up to 1620 feet, as we will see as we progress. 4 to 7 St. Petersburg, 6 to 9 feet as they go up along the coast. It's very scary. Wow. Atlanta, lots going on in Atlanta. Another area where they're changing the laws there. So is this a direct attack from energy weapons? Will we ever probably even know if it is? I have no idea. But that's scary. I can't imagine living in an area where you can see these friggin' hurricanes all the time. going by like that, and it's like they've been setting up sandbags and boarding up the windows and everything hours before, like 24 hours actually before everything's really going on. So let's go a little further up to see exactly how it's reacting more now. So this is the European computer model projection, basically the same as the American one. So what they're projecting, this is more recent now. So now we're talking about this is future track a model, Wednesday by 11. You can see the time on the right where they're projecting how it's supposed to go. You can see the storm surges and the colors on the right from 1 to 12 feet. Look at and notice the colors if you're living in those areas. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Hatteras, Savannah, Jacksonville, Ocala, Orlando, Tampa, Tallahassee, Sifton, from Georgia inland, it's going to be pretty bad. Like, I'm no genius, but I'm taking a guess here. 941 millibars, and look at the 17 miles an hour. That's very fast, by the way, when you think of some of them going at 2-3 miles an hour. This one, 17 miles an hour. There's a projection, and the speeds Friday 60 miles an hour. That's supposed to go down to 50 miles an hour. Hopefully, again, the colors for the warnings, the tropical storms, hurricane watch, or hurricane warnings. It started off, for everyone as a tropical storm, and then, got basically pretty bad. New Orleans is sinking, man, and I don't want to swim. New Orleans was hit too, eh? Katrina, all these horrible hurricanes over the years that are, Pensacola, I guess Pensacola, Tallahassee, I'm not sure. Like Tallahassee, they say this is an area since 1859 it's never got like pummeled by, like storms, which I think is going to be a lot worse what we're going to see now, all the way up to Virginia Beach. There's warnings for a whole bunch of people. So that is the storm prep that they're doing for that. This one here, quick update on Franklin. There's a satellite view of Franklin. Again, North Carolina friends and South Carolina people are going to be worried about that one. Let's look at the projections, a bit of what they're saying. Listen, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to go up and towards St. John's, New York here off the side. So how drastic is that wind going to be? I'm telling you, I bet you we here in Quebec are going to feel it, because last year I remember at the end they started veering, right? You never know where these storms are going to go, especially if they're actually deliberate storms that were, caused. Here's an image, in Dominican Republic. Obviously, they have, sewage drainage system problems, but still, you see some of the floods that are occurring there. Dawn became the first hurricane of the season in the northern Atlantic. Lots of them. We're just at the beginning, guys, of them. Look at the paths that they can do, so like, wow, talk about unpredictable. So there's definitely something being focused here, right? Like maybe they should beam their energy off somewhere else. It's playing God, and that's basically, literally what they're doing there. Definitely playing God with everyone, right? Are they not? Basically. Oop, I left that Bannon News up there, of course. A little early. Have to forgive me. Oh, thundering. Hear that? That was like a bang in the sky. I'm sorry. I'm listening to thunder. You guys probably don't hear the background noise, but I do. Let's put this in full screen here. It is. Oh, let me close the window. Hang on, guys. I got some hail here. boy, guys, I'm feeling dizzy. Wow. Dizzy like I could just fall on the ground. Went to close the window. It started lightning and thundering. Can a person be that sensitive to storms? Oh, that's weird. Good thing I'm live streaming. That way, if I die, someone can call my mom if I die on stream. Brand new computer. It's thundering. If it starts to get a little worse, I might have to stop it. Buffering. Yes, Barry, thanks. It could be we got a storm here starting now, so it could be a little problem. That's an awesome picture. What a cutie. Thanks, Barry Taylor, for coming in. Powerful. We usually got a weekend version that drifts over from the U.S. Wow, I got so lightheaded, guys. Oh, yes, Rose. I mean, probably not even half as comparable. Good thing we don't get that here, you know. Lucky and unlucky. Like we get some really crazy winter weather and a lot of things happen, but aside from that, you know, we are lucky. Lots of people in certain parts of the world are definitely lucky. Absolutely. Humby, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Eyes on the sky. Yes, they are definitely alive. Like the rain's alive. Honestly, seriously, the weather is alive. Yeah, you want me to do that weather report like that news lady? There was a little bit of wind. Remember that one? They laughed at her. They mocked her. There was a little bit of wind on the beach somewhere in the States, and this newswoman, comes out, and she goes down by the beach, down by the river, down by the beach, and she goes, "Stay in your homes. It's horrible. Do not head to the beaches." And behind her, well, you had some kids that were dancing, I think 20 feet into the beach, like in the water, you know. No problem, Bruce. No buffering here. Everything looks good. Right on. Yeah, everything's jammed. It's funny, eh? Jason Law, how's it going? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the attacks on the channel have been horrible. And we have unfortunately, like a lot of you see now, we have some really sweet people at the beginning. They really look sweet and they're kind. They come in here, then they start these little scenarios. So, you know, it becomes really hilarious, the things that they say and do. I don't think people give a crap, you know, about whether I pay my taxes or not. We got Peter Benton, another big troll that is looking it up. He's got some files for Lisa Eckerly, aka Monica Lewinsky. Sorry, Monica Jane. Have some proof. You guys can check it out. Look for yourself. Bruce Swartz information, I guess, because Americans or people from England believe that they can look that up about Canadians. We're not like Americans, right? In America, if you do something wrong, if you drink and drive, the whole world will know because you can look it up in public files, right? Well, in Canada, unless you're a pedophile or a drunk or that you've murdered someone or have a dossier criminel, good luck in trying to find someone. But Peter Benton found out some papers and stuff. So I'm anxious to see his video of Bruce that didn't pay his taxes, which I have. But even if I hadn't, pretty sure you're going to like the UFO videos. Whether Bruce wears a dress, whether Bruce is fat or skinny, doesn't really matter. You're coming to watch the videos. Usually. Jason Law, kite surfing. Oh, hey. The first time I saw that online, I wish I was a lot older when I had visited for the first time. Anyway, that's when my dad passed away and stuff. Mom and the kids, we went for a nice small vacation, a nice big vacation, actually, because we were going to the south for the first time. And seeing all the activity they were doing down there. It's not like here. There's no activities outside, right? Except for walking in the forests and drinking beer in parks. That's basically what Canadians do. Oh, come on, America. I'm sure some of you have the park drinkers. Pretty much the same. Michelle, you don't want us to consider you sweet? I can consider anything you want. I can call you a big meanie if you want. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming back, my friend and chat. Hope everyone is doing well and feeling good. Laughing my ass off at the trolls trying to discredit your work. Keep it up, Bruce. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're trying to discredit and they even tried to reach family members to try to break. I mean, families are strong. Don't try to reach other family members or community members to try to bring someone down, because it doesn't change anything. Honestly, whatever you guys and gals will think of me doesn't really change my day, honestly, because it's words on the page. Oof, you hear that? It sounds like it's lightning, but it doesn't sound like lightning. It sounds like explosions on the moon from here, maybe. Longtime follower, love your work, from Victoria, Australia. Mick, thank you very much. Mick, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's banging there. Right on, Rose. I appreciate that. No troll zone. I like that one. Right, you are. Darkest Schooner, hello to you. Thanks a lot for coming on. Appreciate it, y'all. It's coming down now. If ever it goes out, electricity goes out, well, I will have gone off, and I guess I'll do another stream tonight. It's at 5 p.m. we do a stream, because tonight I want to update the UFO news. We're waiting for NASA to, oh boy. Oh, I might have to close the windows upstairs. Yeah, sorry guys. Give me a second. We're in a bad storm here, guys. It's really raining hard. Sounds like all the windows are open. Banging on the house. I'm scared, y'all. Hey, I'm only a Canadian. Strong rain really scares the shit out of us. NASA recently confirmed a light atmosphere on the moon. Wow, like you said repeatedly. Hey, thank you, Jason Law. That's a good one. That is something I like hearing, honestly. Hope the lights don't go out right now with that storm. Atmosphere on the moon is a rover study soon. Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I've been talking about here the whole time, man. These past few months, they are supposed to, and they have been studying the atmosphere. They're sending, probes and satellites around in cislunar orbit to be able to study the satellites. They did some experiments with Artemis 2, and they had even some different propulsion type rovers and machines. Remember, they tried the landing, was a Japanese company, not Japan country, but Japanese owned company in the States that tried to land unsuccessfully. India, what's going to happen? Is it going to cause war? honestly, the States want to be the first to land in the South, and they're not going to stop going there, and they'll be fighting. If they're fighting on Earth, they're going to be fighting on the moon. Can you guys hear the rain? Wonder. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's pretty loud. It's pretty loud. The moon landing footage from India was very badly photoshopped. Oh my gosh, Kimberly F. The whole thing was just ridiculous looking to me. It was ridiculous. I even posted it my last live stream or before last live stream, just moments after Russia declared crashing. You got India coming in for a landing. They landed perfectly. I mean, they just crashed Beresheet on the northern side of Mare Serenitatis with those little bears inside, what they call those little living organisms that can live in very cold weather. They develop this cyst on them and this big pouch of water, and they can live for 30, 40 years and then come back to life all of a sudden, wake up. Well, they're alive, but like dormant. And they had DNA from a whole bunch of important people, music from Beethoven and everything. And why would they send that up on the moon on a metal disc? And it crashed. Boy, is it ever raining hard now. That lightning is getting worse. Precious value elements they are looking for at the South Pole. Yeah, and speaking of precious elements or gases, helium-3, they say that they can use that to heat the entire United States for a whole year. You bring back so many tons. It doesn't have any bio waste and whatnot. Yes, Jason Law, exactly. Tardigrades. They sent. I'm feeling dizzy again. Jeez, Murphy. They sent tardigrades up to the moon in Beresheet when it crashed, living organisms in it. So think of it. Now they said afterwards, oh no, we crashed living organisms into the moon. You're like, what? So basically, did they do that deliberately? Hey, George, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Never heard that. Never heard that word with my name, Skitty. And honestly, guys, I looked at the change from like in my face from the live stream and like me, like right now. And I will make a video to show the drastic change. So 80 plus pounds approaching, maybe 10, 15 pounds away from having lost 100 pounds. I'm under 214. The last I weighed myself, it's once a month now. So yeah, it is getting pretty bad. I am going to be back on at 5:00 tonight. I think I'm going to have to stop it, guys. I'm a little worried with the brand new computer. I don't want to burn another one for sure. Thanks a lot, Jason Law. Yeah, I started fasting, guys, April 12th. And in 3 months, I lost approximately 85 pounds. And I've been fasting, like the longest I did was 8 days. I've been doing 8 days, 7 days, 3 and 4 days, sometimes 24 hours fast, and I'll eat the next day, but it's very rare. Haven't done that since April. Quit pasta, quit rice, quit potatoes, sauce. I even quit cheese. I'll go back to eating the cheese, but I quit what I was eating too much of completely. No more snacking or anything. When I want a snack, I quite simply have myself a meal, which is I could say sort of carnivore. So I'm eating just meat and eggs, nothing else. From time to time, the odd salad. But yeah, we'll be watching. Hey, Super Dave, thanks, guys. We'll be watching, honestly, for what's going to happen with Idalia right now. Like, I mean, it's on land. So, like, water is literally pummeling the place now. Absolutely Average says, is it true you now have to run around in the shower just to get wet, Bruce? Yes, exactly. It used to be that no matter where I was wet in the shower. Didn't have to do much moving in the shower to be wet. I had to get out often because the shower would fill up. Don't know why you weigh yourself once a month when Trump didn't have to be weighed when he took his mugshot. So what I mean by that is maybe you make your own weight. Yeah, so 100-pound loss almost. So that's like something, you know, really cool. Steve is here. Great live, Bruce. Thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. I'm sorry about the storm that's starting. I'll be back on at 5 tonight. Steve, thanks for being a member, you guys, and for all the incredible support. Little update on what's going on with Idalia. It's going to be pretty bad, I think. Yes, got the candles grabbed. Kimberly F. We lost electricity for 8 solid hours, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday. Wow, from a wild lightning storm. It's crazy. Hey, Steve, I appreciate that. Yeah, it is getting bad, and I'm going to turn it off. I'm sorry. Would have liked to stay a bit longer. But anyways, this was a stream. I wanted to stream an hour. Oh, well, look at that, an hour and 1 minute. I'll be back on tonight at 5 o'clock with an update on space news, UFO news. NASA's soon going to be talking this month. So what's the problem if we're the 30th? I'm going to take a guess here before my house burns down. I'm going to take a guess here. August 31st, tomorrow. No one's talked about it yet. I'm pretty sure maybe tomorrow should be the briefing because it was supposed to happen this month. If not, we go into September 1st. I love you all very much. And thanks for stopping by. My morning coffee so early this morning. See you all on the flip side and in the comment sections. Be sure to check out the videos. And thanks for subscribing. See you all very soon. Bye-bye for now, y'all.